No need to delay the inevitable. Let's just go for it.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Who's Taking Watch? The Dragon's Might. My name is Brad, and I will continue to be your DM, set in this world of Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time. Who do I got with me?
Hi, I'm Zach, and I'll be playing Dirk.
I'll be playing Leor.
Wow, so efficient.
Did you stutter? Did you say anything?
I said something. Keep going.
Keep going, keep going. We're losing our pace.
My name is Talon. I'll be playing.
And I'm already
we
playing
lost
Paige.
everything. We lost everything.
Doing
Everything.
so well.
We're sorry. We just
So cards on the table. This is our second time trying to record today, and we're super behind schedule. So we're operating at pace.
I'm a tomato.
That was good.
So if you've been watching so far, welcome back. And if you're just tuning in, you might want to start from the beginning. But here's a little bit of a snippet of what our show's about. Who's Taking Watch is an anthology-style D&D actual play show where we all take turns sending each other on journeys in some of our favorite worlds of fiction, just imagining little places on the periphery of the plot where we can sort of drop in a 5th edition adventuring party. Are you okay? Oh my god. Usually I'm like a little concerned about the white balance of everything, but like this is fine.
It's the red balance today.
It's the red balance. I mean, you're matching for sure. So.
Is it too hot in here? Is that what it is? Should we turn
No.
down? No. Okay.
No, it's never too hot in here.
It'll go away eventually.
Okay.
So once again, this is winding our way to the end of this arc set in the world of the Wheel of Time, which I'm really, really excited to resolve. We've built up a lot of cool things, but there's still so many threads that we have to tie off. And if you want to see how all those threads are closed off, you'll have to tune in next week for the following session at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on our channel with the audio-only podcast format of that following the next day. Now, since we're so behind and trying to go so fast, we're just going to go right ahead and turn the page and enter the next chapter of Who's Taking Watch? The Dragon's Might. Ooh. Quick! So, last time that we left off, you guys were just coming down from a very dramatic encounter with some of the Shadow's foulest beings, the winged singing Drakkar. Also, some guys that looked like they were fighting for the Dark One.
Bev and Kev.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Bevan and
Not
Kevin.
yet.
R.I.P. Maybe. After the fight, you immediately had to deal with another situation as Paige, having channeled very visibly, was accosted by Logain, who was furious at having a woman who could channel skate under his radar in this camp of his.
Naughty.
With some good team support and a very clever use of wording, you were able to escape having to confess that you were of the White Tower, and he seemed to trust that at face value. He set you on a new task, given the letter that Tal had shown him, written in the Trollocs tongue, about how seemingly Shyle Gul was coming for him. He set you out as his watchdogs of sorts, to sort of pick at some of the loose threads that were happening in the camp and see who was for him and who was against him. And walking back into camp, Dirk was unsettled, unable to let go of the power, and sort of out of his usual wits, and through an uncomfortable meeting with Logain where you were out loud talking to the voice, yelling at the voice in your head, he nonetheless reassured you that the best thing that you could do was to stick with him while he worked to defeat the Dark One and hopefully to get rid of the taint that ails you. Now, you guys had a number of threads that you wanted to investigate over the next 3 days. Leor went with his new buddy, Tad.
My son Thaddeus.
Your son, Tad. Thaddeus. Thaddeus, son of
Leor.
Leor, son of the rent. Oh, God.
His name sings in our ears.
The lore on this kid just gets better and better. But you managed to look into John, this stoic, sort of deadpan channeler who's been in the camp of Logain for some years now. And while you didn't necessarily find him to be threatening in your interactions with him, you did see that he was very coldly calculating sort of the worst possible chain of events of things going on around him. Paige, after being counseled by Leor to tell Dirk that there were sisters in the camp, didn't do that and instead just went and talked to them a little bit.
I did.
Checking back in with Amelie Sedai about some of the tensions that were going on between the Blues and the rest of the tower. And while you didn't really get any sort of resolution on that, you did convey some valuable information that it looked like Logain's camp would be moving off in 4 days. Dirk went and investigated Arik, this smooth-talking head of recruitment who has lied to Tal's brother, has lied to Logain, has lied to Lena about his methods in bringing back volunteers for the cause.
Subtly approached him.
And just straight up said the thing that you're accusing him of.
Yeah.
And he snapped back at you, but as you left this conversation, you managed to sneak off into the night and catch his mouth as he whispered that you were out to get him and he had to do something to get you first. You also had a really bad dream, but very bravely, instead of facing the Dark One and, going to serve him, just opened up the wall and sort of just skipped out of there.
Right.
Tal was also there for that conversation, having wanted to investigate Arik and following up with this crazy conspiracy board plan that you had made and presented to your brother and to Lena, following up on these soldiers, one of whom worked under a certain Captain Reginald. You heard some more of this conversation and tried to follow Reg, but were quickly outmatched in your sneakery as you asked him, why is it not great to have someone following you? And he said, are you for real? Come on, ask yourself that question out loud 3 times. And conferring back together, when you raise your suspicions about Captain Reginald, Paige very delicately revealed that there was a warder and a group of Aes Sedai in the camp. Now, this would have been cause for panic for Dirk, and it was, just losing control of himself, except that Tal was able to bring him back in. The problem is, while this is still a high-tensity situation, Leor was taking watch outside, where, emerging out of the night, walking determinedly towards your tent, with a little bit of a smirk on his face, was Arik Porcel, walking with 5 guards from Logain's army. And that's where we are now. What do you do as Arik closes in? Very close to you, very close to you.
We are all in the tent, right?
You're all in the tent, and your heads up has been Leor going, we have company.
Yes, that's right.
And now, in in a bit of a switch, I'm going to just step in front of the entrance to the tent and cross my arms, just to stand imposingly. Let him know that he's not the boss he thinks he is.
Sure, give me an intimidation check.
Sure.
We'll finish this conversation later, Paige.
Of course, yes.
We need to leave.
Where are we going?
I don't know. Anywhere but here.
16.
To the dragon.
He walks up and his step falters a little bit, but he continues moving forward up towards you and halts them about 10 feet away from you. He goes, hey, Mr. Leor, we don't need to have a fight here, but...
Why would we be having a fight?
Of course, we're of a like mind then. The dragon would like to see all of you immediately.
The dragon?
Yes. Whole council's meeting. It's a whole party, but it ain't much of one unless y'all are there, right?
Can I insight check him? I'm sorry. I know we just started, but I
No, you can do that. That's
Every time he
allowed.
opens his mouth.
every time he opens his dirty mouth. God, it's a 2.
Wait. Let me roll.
Not a 2.
Hard to read.
So, well then, just a moment. Are we free to meet with the dragon?
Yeah, you guys hear this.
Well, now I don't think we should go see the... Let's go figure out what's going on outside.
All right. I'm gonna stand back, and I'm wondering if I can cast Mage Armor.
You can if you choose to do so.
I'll
subtly.
do so subtly. Yes.
Okay, yeah, you could totally do that.
Don't know what's happening.
I wish I could do my stuff.
And you guys emerge from the tent, and as you do, you're looking around, and you're also seeing that there are several guards around the back of the tent, sort of forming a ring. No weapons drawn, but maybe, hands close by, looking at you. Some of the guards, the one that had sort of walked around and talked about appropriate schooling techniques with Tal, looking at you a little bit apologetically in this moment. But you're sort of surrounded on all sides. And Eric says, I hope we're not going to have a problem here or anything, but we just got to have a couple words with all of you.
Heard it was a council, right? We're going to talk to the dragon.
Whole council's meeting.
This is a bit more of an escort than we've needed before, including when we literally snuck into your camp.
Well, there was an attack on the dragon just a couple days ago. We got to be a bit more careful about some things,
So your men should be with him.
There's men with him.
Right.
Okay, hold on. Can I insight check that?
Sure.
Can I insight check?
I want to know, like...
Sure.
I want to know what he means by, like... Of course there are men with the dragon, but are, like...
Oh, I forgot
are
to
they
test
his
them.
men?
Hang on.
Okay.
Need to
Right.
test
Yes,
them.
you do. You have to
don't.
test them. This roll doesn't count.
We're calibrating them.
Okay.
This rule doesn't count?
14.
27.
Wow, okay.
Nothing.
That's why you test them.
All right, I am proven
Nothing.
wrong.
You don't get anything with
Yeah.
the 14.
You see into the future, Tal. Congratulations.
With a 27,
You're the one who gave
seems
me
like
expertise.
certainly seems like there are men with the dragon. It's also worth noting that as you sort of like take stock of your surroundings and see how surrounded you guys are in numbers, it is worth noting that the main tent is within view of you guys. It's not like you're hidden away in some like unseen pocket of the camp. He seems to, when he says there's men with him, yeah, there are men with the dragon. He's smirking a lot at that.
Good intentions? Bad intentions?
You have a pretty solid beat on this guy, and you feel pretty positive that it's not your confirmation bias. He doesn't have any good intentions towards you guys right now.
Oh, sorry. No, I meant with the good intentions with the men who are with the dragon.
Oh, that I don't think you get like on a 27. I don't think you immediately get there is a quite nefarious plot going on right now.
Yeah.
But, it's kind of hard to tell with just a glance. at them.
Knowing Tal can channel, I'll just nod and go, are we going to see the dragon?
Yeah, where's your brother, though? Is Sammy coming with us?
Oh, Samuel's there. He's part of the council.
Good.
All right.
He'll be there.
Who else is going to be there?
The regulars.
The regulars. We've made it here. Shall we go?
Right.
Lead the way.
Absolutely.
Should we?
And they sort of form not like a actual circle around you, because that would be such a crazy thing to fit through a camp. But they sort of like close ranks around you and walk over there, and you see people have gotten out of their tents and are going, "What's going on over there? What do they do? Wait, why isn't that Captain Millen's brother?" And there's sort of a hubbub following you guys as you approach. And as you get to the doors of the tent, the main tent, the doors. Tent's got doors. They pull open the flaps. And inside, waiting, standing around the table, are the remaining 4 members of the council. There is Logain himself. There is Lena, there is Sammy, and there is John. And you walk in, and as you're... Yeah.
I'll look at Sammy before I step in
Okay.
and kind of arch an eyebrow.
Arch an eyebrow.
Yeah.
He just gives you just a faint nod. You can give me an insight check if you want.
Please.
Yes. Because he's your brother.
Oh, not as good. 15.
He's trying to nod reassuringly at you.
Can I have a look at the other faces? At Lena, at John. I'm presuming he's going to be impassive, but I'm trying to see if there's any
Insight me.
emotion.
Insight all three of me.
It's a natural 20.
That's a natural.
That's right.
That is a natural 20.
Yeah.
Wow. You look at Sammy and see him nodding, just making eye contact at Tal. You see Lena also trying to look at Tal, but not making eye contact because of that moment that Sammy's already having. You don't really read much on John's face except that he's looking over towards Dirk and looking at Logain, looking at him in his eyes. He just looks at you with like the same game face he had the other day as he was accusing you of all these things. But it's the face when he flipped and said, "You will help me. Do we understand each other?" And he has the same eyes of, "We are in accord."
Okay. I'm going to drop my gaze and I'm going to tell Tal telepathically, I think he's flipped. He has a crazy looking eye.
Okay, that I don't want to screw you for a nat 20. I realize I said that in a crazy way.
As soon as he said that, I'm like, that's not.
That's
bad,
yeah.
man.
No.
that's
The look in his eyes
He's
wasn't
flipped
him
on Eric.
holding you. It wasn't him holding you. It was him going,
You're gonna
"We
help
have to
me."
work together."
Like,
Oh, I thought it was when he was like,
no,
you,
no.
the Aes Sedai, you die.
No. Okay, I'm glad that you guys figured it out. Okay,
Your
okay.
nat 20s are crazy. I roll the nat 20s. I don't feel the nat 20s.
I love how like everybody's calm
Yeah,
and
Logan's
Logain's
looking
just
at
like,
you and he's going, "We're talking about that haunted inn, right?"
We're all about to flip on Eric. We're all on the same page.
everybody here is.
I'm trying to throw you a bone for a nat 20.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling
You're
it.
feeling it. You're feeling it.
This is why we get in trouble.
I
This
tell
is why
Tal,
you're- God
I
damn.
got this.
We're professionals.
Professional what?
I got these characters.
I'm arguably not a professional at anything, dude.
Imagine your character rolls a nat 20 insight check, but the player just
Is too stupid to get it.
Get it.
I gotta be real blunt.
God.
Yeah,
How did I
no.
miss that? I have to rewatch
That could have
this.
been really bad. Okay.
Sorry, back to it. Yeah.
But that is the sense that you have, is not the panic. Everyone's got very stern, set faces on them, but the look in his eyes looking at you as he inclines his head was the same look that he gave all of you when he said, "Do we understand each other?
Okay.
You will have to help me with this."
I need to sleep.
And hey, hell yeah, brother, you and I both. As you walk in, all of you, you're sort of stopped close by the door, and Eric says, "I'm afraid it's a bit of a company policy. We're gonna have to ask you to give us your weapons."
Was that the case when we first were apprehended?
Yeah, it was. I think I didn't say that he took the weapons away, but I said that when you got back to your tent, your stuff was there.
Can I take a quick glance at like people's size? Like, does John, Logain, anybody, do they have weapons on them?
John's got no weapons on him. You don't really see a weapon on Logain either.
Okay.
You see like a small belt knife on Lena, and you see the rapier still on Sammy. But then again, Sammy is maybe the only one that regularly carries a weapon among them. For what it's worth, Eric does not seem to have any weapon on his side.
It's worth a lot. I'll take my weapon out and my shield, and I'll like almost go to hand it to him, and then I won't, and I'll just kind of give it to a different guard, or like just
Absolutely.
Give it to Sammy.
yeah. As I go, and she goes, "Give it to Sammy," and I'm like, yeah.
So all the guards are coming, and you go, "No,
Yeah.
I want to give it to Sammy." Sammy goes, "Okay," and walks over and takes your stuff. I don't know if you even have a quarterstaff on you.
I have a quarterstaff and darts.
Yeah.
So I'll
You have
pass
to take
them.
your hands out. You have to.
I have to unscrew my fist.
You have to let go.
I was gonna make the joke, and I was like, oh, too easy.
Way too easy.
I'll hand my things to Lena.
Sure, absolutely. They go to take. He sends a guard to take your hammer.
No, here you go, little man, and I'll give it to him.
He goes. Okay, thanks. You're gonna make it easy for. Immediately gets a hernia, and you watch with some amusement as two men now have to like drag it off, and you see that they're taking them to a. This is sort of like an. I think it's a octagon. I don't know. It's either a hexagon or an octagon.
Does it have 8 sides or 6 sides?
Dude, do you think I remember what I said like a million episodes ago? 4. It's been a long time in real life. But it's a sort of rounded room, and at the back there is a compartment, and you see that they move a curtain aside. You had seen Logain come out of here. This you presume would be his chambers, and they just put your weapons back there.
I'll take out my sling and just hold it to the side, waiting
And
for
Eric
someone
goes,
to take it.
That won't be necessary. I don't think that's ever seen a day of use in its life. I think
I did once.
calling it like I see it.
She
Putting
missed.
it back. I'm keeping this.
I'm gonna look at Paige and be like,
You get to keep your sling, and everyone else's weapons go.
He's going to regret this.
and as they sort of close ranks behind you, the guards that remain, Eric goes and takes his place with the rest of the 5 behind this table and looking at you, and they motion for you to stop a good ways away. And Logain goes, I do regret having to bring you here at this hour of the night. My apologies. Some concerning rumors have come to light about your activities in this time. I thought I was pretty clear that you would be monitored, but it seems that some of you lack the discretion to be able to keep your plans hidden. All the better for us. What was it that you say you saw, Captain Porcel? And Eric goes, well, I gotta be honest, y'all, it doesn't look very good for you. You see, it's a little bit troubling when right from the jump you wanted to enter into the camp and immediately take away our lead military strategist. Your brother or not, that's a concern for us. And then, when that didn't work, this young lady over here goes off and starts trying to befriend the wife of one of our captains of our ranks. No. See, I'm willing to let something slide once, but where there's 2 strikes, usually something's up. And you. Yeah, you, Dirk. I liked our little chat at the fire the other night where you told me that, you wanted to change things around here, thinking that we're not doing things quite the way that they ought to be.
That's true, yes.
You see, I was very fascinated when I found out, just yesterday from John that he caught a little something on you. He caught that you had a bit of a spark, let's call it. Dragon was able to confirm that. Now, the way I see it, you got a group of 4 powerful folk coming into the camp of the Dragon Reborn. One of them's a man who's able to channel, who wants to change things. You got 2 folks in here trying to cozy up to our military strategists, and well, for the big guy, I think that it's a bit of a disarming tactic to bring in something to pull the focus, and I gotta commend you, you've done a wonderful job of it, but the way that I see it, this thing stinks all the way down.
Oh,
Is it our turn?
You got any way to defend yourselves?
I'm curious to know what you're accusing us of. We joined the camp and were very curious to know how things were happening here because to all of us, it was quite a shock to see how things ran. It was an open, very agreeable set of people who are rallying around what they believe is a good cause. We expected violence, we expected mayhem, and none of that was there. So we talked to the people we felt most comfortable with.
Well,
I haven't heard anything abnormal. We're trying to fit in. What do you think we're doing?
well, it strikes me, John speaks up. It strikes me as odd that we've been peacefully set up in this camp for some time, and as soon as something new is injected in, all of a sudden this chaos emerges. All of a sudden there's a threat on the dragon's life from the shadow. The most likely scenario that I can imagine is that you weren't luckily in place to cut off this assassination attempt. You might be the hand that's loosing the arrow. And very affectless on his face as he's... you, Leora, are very much catching this sort of similar thing as he's just sort of like, you know, they're very calm, very composed, holding, you know, one gloved hand in the other, just calmly running through what he sees as the most damaging likely scenario in this case.
Tal was actually about to say something that along those lines.
Okay.
That is the most likely scenario if you already view us as enemies. What would be the most likely scenario if you already viewed us as friends?
It's not likely that I would view you as friends. That tips the scales in a certain direction.
Of course it does. Because if you're
viewing us as enemies.
It's judgment bias.
if you look at us neutrally, it's not any more likely that we loosed the arrow versus stopping it mid-flight.
It's actually more likely that we stopped it mid-flight if it was neutral. Otherwise, either we'd be dead or we would have exposed, the dragon.
The problem is that we don't live in a neutral world. This is a world of opposing sides. King and country, light and dark, right and wrong. Things fall on either side of this binary. Sometimes, when things go too well, the scales have to be tipped on the other end. I call it like I see it. And Logain goes, "These are quite damning accusations. Do any of you have anything to say for yourselves? Anything that might refute this?"
Well, I mean, I would just say that if we are here, it was not of our own volition. We wanted to leave. It was actually at all of your requests that we stay.
Of course.
And I say request generously. Now, if we are suddenly wished to no longer be here, perhaps it's because whatever we interrupted, well, that didn't go according to plan. So someone, whoever has the most to gain, wishes to see us gone so that the second attempt upon the dragon can be more fruitful.
And what exactly are you insinuating? Who might that be?
That we're the scapegoats for someone else who might
Really
be
is the
trying something.
I think
And
you
also-
simply need to look at who is throwing the accusations.
And to this, Lena says, "Yes, Arik. Tell us what it is exactly that you heard spoken of by Dirk. Why is it that you're so convinced that he is trying to instill a new order in camp? What did he criticize you of?" He goes, "Well, it's quite simple. It's personnel decisions. Had some... Well, what personnel decisions, Captain Porcel?" "Oh, stuff that you don't need to be bogged down with, Lord Dragon."
I'm feeling quite bogged down right now about those decisions.
Right. Well, you're not in the know. That's for us to take care of so that the Lord Dragon can focus on more important things. Ain't that right, Chief?
You're lying.
What are you talking about?
You're lying. You're not trying to just make life easier for the dragon. You're
Why-
purposefully hiding things from him.
Why is that?
There are people here who don't want to be here, and it's your fault.
At this, Lena goes, like a really exaggerated, and Sammy just looks at her and goes, like elbows her like in a too much. Sorry. And Logain goes, now what do you mean about that, Tal? Care to explain a bit more?
There are people who did not want to come from the fights and the raids in the towns. They were given no choice.
Huh.
Eric gave them no choice.
Eric, how would you respond to this? There are those who say they haven't. These are lies concocted by... He goes, oh, but the thing is, I've had a brave volunteer come up herself and tell me that she's feeling this way. And you just hear from behind the curtain a little bit muffled, do I come out now, or...
Tell me it's Brenta.
And he goes, yes. This woman, Brenta, is it? And just, she doesn't even come out. She just sort of like peeks out. She goes, yep, that's my name, Lord Dragon. He goes, you don't have to call me Lord Dragon if you don't want to call me Lord Dragon, Brenta. This woman has been inspired by the actions of those around to come forth and tell me herself that, well, actually, it was sort of a mistake. I forgot who Lena was, and she was with you, and I tried to ask her if she wanted to... we can run with my version of the story, Brenta. Thank you. Okay. And just closes back the back curtain, and you hear, like, footsteps leaving off.
I like wave at her as she closes.
Yeah. She just gives you a thumbs up.
Yes.
He goes, the thing, Eric, is that I have testimony from the sibling of my most trusted military veteran, who I trust his word at this moment on a level with yours, or I would have before this came along. And I also have some confirmation from one of the, how did you put it, volunteers? And Eric goes, you're distorting things here, Chief. You've got it all mixed up. He goes, what would I stand to gain? Yes, what would you stand to gain from this, Eric? Any ideas? I'm listening out for theories on this one.
What does Eric have to gain from bolstering the crowd that follows the
Chaos.
dragon?
He goes, I think you're making a mistake here, Chief. I'm in charge of recruitment. These men ain't all following you. A lot of these men are following me. And he goes to, like, stomp his foot and try and get the ranks behind him to clearly do something. One of the soldiers inside does so. And acts like he didn't. And Eric spins around and goes, see, Mr. Porcel, I was a fool for not paying attention to your tactics, but stacking the deck or stacking the house with a bit of inside activity and ensuring that you have loyalty of the whoever's in the room, well, I'm well versed in that as well. And Eric goes, and you should just see John, and now sort of like take a step back from Eric, shaking his head, and Eric goes, whoa, let's not do anything crazy here, boss. I do a lot of good work for you. He goes, I don't think you have done good work for me, Eric.
A little poison in the well will poison all of the water.
Yes, and I'm dealing with a waterfall as it is. Do you have any idea how hard I've tried to make this a good movement? Most who come across me think that I am set out merely to destroy the world, as this young man, lad, girl can attest to.
All of those are correct.
Yes.
Lad, girl.
Man, bear, pig.
Global warming.
Yes.
Global warming.
I don't know. It's pretty hot in this room, dude. I'm feeling the global warming.
Man, bear, pig, anyway.
But he goes, it seems that I've had a more difficult time than I needed to in fighting that perception because of your actions. Do you have anything to say for yourself, Mr. Porcel? Doesn't call him Captain Porcel. He goes, you got me, boss. You know, you could be doing a lot more with this movement. You got power unlike anything anyone's ever seen. And you're just sitting up here.
Ah, that's your angle. You're a leech.
I'm not a leech.
You find someone powerful and try to leech the power off of them for yourself. That's why you're here?
Having the wits to know what needs to be done is a power of its own.
Not without people following you. You're a leech.
And he goes to, like, sort of jump it, like, take a step towards you, and Sammy's already got his sword out, and he goes, ah, no, I would be very careful about doing that, Eric. He goes, y'all are making a mistake. Turns to look at Logain, he goes, you need me. He goes, I don't think I've ever needed you, Eric. And I'm only disappointed with myself that it's taken me this long to realize it. Do you have anything further to say? I don't think words are going to do much for me right now, so I'll just keep them all close to my chest. Then I think it's time I escort you out. And Eric looks at you all, sort of does like a little bit of mental calculations of trying to decide which of the two of you, Tal and Dirk, he feels like he's angriest at.
I'll square up.
You'll square up. And you see...
Doing a little bit of the mental.
Yeah. Yeah, you square up and you see that he goes to posture, but, like, will not walk up to fight you himself. And Sammy goes, oh, what's the matter? Don't want to fight a little girl? You don't want to do that? And he goes, I got nothing else to say. And Logain says, then I think it's time that you leave. Come, let me show you the way to the exit. And Eric hands up. Fair's fair. And you see that the remaining... he goes, Samuel, John, if you'd care to help me escort this man. He goes, if you all can remain here with Lena until I return, I would greatly appreciate it. Well done.
Thanks, boss.
And you see goes, oh, no, you stay in here as well, to the one guard. I was just coughing. No,
Oh, yeah, sure.
I don't think you were just coughing. And he goes, you can stay, give me your weapons right now. And get the f*** out of here.
One table.
Escort him out with Eric.
Yes, exactly. You can leave with your good friend here. But he turns around, he goes, and as he's walking out, Eric just turns around and goes, y'all are gonna regret this. Could have been something great. And just looking daggers at you one more time, Dirk.
I'll give him a smile.
Yeah. And his smirk turns into a like a snarl and just walks out into the night. And Logain is leaving with Sammy's got him at sword point, and Logain's leaving with him, and he turns around at you guys and goes, Great job.
And Sammy like walks by me to the exit. I'm like, that is the only time you get to call me little girl.
He's like, 100%. And sorry about that, but like, it made him so angry. And he's like, I can hear you. He's like, you think I give a shit if you can hear me? Get the f*** out of here.
Oh, spoken like a man with 12 siblings.
And the three of Sammy, John, and Logain walk out with Eric. And
Can I do? You mentioned something. I didn't want to interrupt the narration.
no,
though.
definitely.
You mentioned that John at some point steps back from Eric.
Yes.
Could I insight check that?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
He was a man discovering his best friend's evil.
28.
Oh my god.
28.
This is why you test your dice. This is why you test your dice.
This is why
You weight your dice, yes. This is why you...
It's the one. Yeah.
This is why there's no reason to give a martial class expertise and insight. There's no reason. Stun me with your rolls and your damage. With a 28, what you can read off of that is a recalculation. You see, as much as his face is pretty neutral, you do see a little bit of surprise that it looked like he was trying to plan something outside of the purview of what Logain wanted. And as you see him leaving, he's just sort of like rubbing his hands, and yeah, I don't know that you would think of it as recalculating, but Lior probably would.
I was so sure he was a bad apple.
God damn, he was just an idiot.
And as they leave, Lena gives like a couple seconds to be cool, and then goes like "Oh my god, we did it! We did it! We did it! We did it! Well done!"
Are we sure that, like, Logain spoke with the soldiers in the room, but there isn't anyone else who's gonna take up arms on Eric's behalf?
I should hope not, but it is the middle of the night. I think we're hoping to sort of not make this too much of a public occurrence and try and restrict it to just the people in this room until we can play things from our angle in the morning, but
When do you intend on leaving camp?
there's no use staying any longer.
Kind of, yeah. Because he knows where it is, he knows where you are, he knows all the ins and outs and secrets, and he knows a lot to just
knows too
dump
much.
him on the, well, right.
Well, what do you think is going to happen when Logain walks him to the edge of camp?
Oh, I really hope he slits his throat. That's really what I've been crossing my fingers for.
He's a slimy guy, though.
I feel like he's got his own version of slitting a throat that he can handle. As you think he's a slimy guy, you just hear a faint... I described it as him doing the really cool whistle, which I can't do, which is such a stupid move, because now I'm going to have to say it again. But he gives another... And you immediately hear muffled... as there's just sounds of people running and mobilizing outside of the tent. But as you think this... You hear a voice from behind you as you turn to look at the exit of the tent. You hear a voice from behind you towards the bedchambers just going, "I'm not convinced that what I think is wrong." And you turn and John is looped around and walked back into the tent. He goes, "I always try and caution Logain on the most calamitous possibility from any occasion. The way I see it, that's you, Dirk. I think we understand each other."
To a degree.
Yes. I've resisted him for a long time. But I know that it's hard to say no forever.
But you're able to do that with Logain's help.
Yes. But he told me he was close with you.
We've gotten close recently. He said he was gonna...
No, not Logain. He told me he was close with you.
You talked to him?
If I need to know the worst case scenario, I need to speak to the architect of the destruction.
John.
Now he's close with you. I can hold out. I've held out. But he's aware of you. And the way I see it, you're a toxin. You'll poison this whole operation. And then what will they remember? Logain, the madman who went to war with the White Cloaks and destroyed every country sandwiched between them. No. I won't let that happen.
Is that your insanity? Have you channeled for so long that your insanity reveals itself as someone who trusts the Dark One?
I don't trust the Dark One.
You do.
You talk to him. You're not supposed to talk to him.
You take his word at face value.
Logain's supposed to help you not talk to him.
I protect Logain when he can't protect himself. Sometimes that means knowing your enemy.
Well, you didn't really know your ally.
And I don't think Logain had any idea that his undoing was in this camp. See, there's one way that I look at this. This movement can be remembered as a brief spark, or it could set the world back a century. I intend to keep it a brief spark. And you see, yeah, actually, give me an Arcana check, too, during this conversation, not at this moment.
While he's talking, I'd like to peek out the tent and see what that sound was.
You peek out the tent, and there is fighting off into the night, a tight circle of soldiers. It looks like a pretty large number are surrounding the dragon, like on his side. But there are some that are just fighting with reckless abandon to try and pierce the line. What did you roll?
9.
A 9. John has something up right now, but you can't tell what it is. And John goes, I'll make sure that this movement isn't remembered for the wrong reasons. Even if none of us are remembered, that's for the better. And he goes and takes off one glove, and you see that underneath there is just a stump of a hand and open wounds underneath it. And just looks at you and goes, I'm sorry. I know how much this hurts because... And at this point, you can almost imagine, like, the voice of the Dark One playing in your head, too, as he looks at you and says, we understand each other. And I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Oh my god.
I knew he was a bad apple. I'm just calling it.
It's true.
Yeah. So this is the room that we find ourselves in. You guys all by the entrance with no token, because I'm going to just give you a spoiler right now. Lena, not much of a combat person. But Lena is sort of cowering next to you guys as you stand by the entrance. And this, the same mini, because I don't have one, as Logain, standing at the end, his hands open. Dirk, some sort of magical effect running on him, is John. And you guys are... Oh, sorry. Those are the wrong minis. I have our little character portraits.
Oh my god!
I'm going to go ahead and...
What a surprise!
They're not the right size at all. So really, I should have game tested this.
These are I love it, bro.
Everyone is my size, and I don't like it.
There was also supposed to be little stands that I put them on, but I truly ran out of time.
This is
but felt
amazing.
stupid not doing it.
I'm
awesome.
still a little
You're
bigger.
Still a little bit bigger. You're a little bit bigger.
You're very purposefully bigger than everybody else. Okay, you know what?
Nice.
Let's not chit chat too much. What did everybody get for initiative? Anybody over 20?
Well, I didn't roll.
21.
23.
I thought
just-
so close.
I rolled a
shocked.
natural 14, but I forgot to add my +9.
What? My god.
That's just disrespectful.
If you could roll on the dice under a 10, like one time for initiative, that would be so cool.
This is rude.
Page 21? Anyone between 15 and 20? Actually, just what are you two?
7.
We had a long
8.
rest, right?
8.
Nice.
We had a long rest from our...
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
it's been days.
Days.
Cool.
Okay, great. Love how this works for me.
I don't.
Okay. That brings us to the top of the order, which, I can't believe it, coming back to defend her title for a 4th time.
Did somebody beat me?
No, nobody beat you. You're up first.
When did you? When was the last time you haven't started combat?
I have +9 to my
I
initiative.
know. It's insane.
It's not a combat unless
Tal
Tal
starts
bursts
it.
out and kicks some ass.
So, to be clear, the room with all of our gear is
Behind John.
right behind John.
That's correct.
Dope. I can't see.
Give him a high five.
Did I have to give him my
He's
shield?
there
That's
waiting.
hurtful. He holds up his stump. That's hurtful.
Was that your joke? Terrible.
So
Naughty
5,
boy.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
Doing a
40.
baguette.
I don't ever recall seeing Dirk fight without his weapon. I've never seen him do hand-to-hand combat. So, would I know that there's some funky magic coursing on our good friend John?
I don't think currently, no.
No, because I don't know anything about. I channel, okay?
Give me an Arcana check.
I
Give me an Arcana check.
That's another 14. Plus nothing. 14.
You don't really know what's going on there, I'm afraid.
Yep.
Dope.
You see that he just looks like stone cold like that, you know, like candlelight is like, or torchlight is like flickering across him.
Cool.
Don't make me start singing Demi. I'll do it.
I will. I will make my way.
Showing our colors.
I'm assuming that I'm standing here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are your
5,
phases?
10,
15, 20, 25, 30,
35, 40.
Okay.
And I will whack him because that's what Tal does.
Super. You can do that.
Without knowing anything about his capabilities or what he can do.
Punching is generally always a smart move.
No.
No.
No. 11.
Oh,
11?
Dang, that's terrible.
11's not gonna hit.
Cool. So I'm just gonna like swing for the head and just be like really distracted by the fact that he looks a lot like Logain.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit again, which is natural 20.
Natural 20. Wow.
Dope.
Nice.
That's incredible.
Stop rolling stuff.
Yeah, give me a second.
That's hefty.
And that 20
First
will hit him.
hit?
Yes.
Will hit him?
Yes, and that 20 will hit him.
Did you have to do the math?
No. Roll what you're gonna roll and let me.
11 points of damage.
11 points of damage, absolutely. As you see and you reach out and you strike, your first hit you go and swing, and what you thought was flickering torchlight, you now see is like a weird flickering bending of the light around him. As you swing, you could see visually that you're making impact with something, but your hand just goes right through. And then you recalibrate and you look and at this point, up this close, you can see sort of like a weird flickering jittering around his image, almost as if he's like sort of outside of space and time a little bit. But you hone in and just, whereas the first one was like a super like cool like monk move, this time you just right in the face, and you do strike his body and crack him in the forehead.
Would I be able to stunning strike?
You can certainly do a stunning strike. Con save?
Certainly try. I believe so.
Okay. That's a 19.
Yeah, that saves.
Yeah. Sorry, I was waiting for you to roll something.
Cool. For my bonus action, was stunning strike's not a bonus action, eh?
No,
It's part of the attack.
it's just part of the whole thing.
I will bonus action unarmed strike when an
Okay.
attack is taken.
One attack.
Totally.
18.
18 would hit. However, you reach out and as you go to swing, you instead connect with this other weird like distortion of the light around him. And I just need to, I should have this thing open all the time. It hits and dissipates as there is a little bit less of this flickering light around him.
Okay. I will call to my friends. He's got some weird channeling going on. He's hard to hit. That's my turn.
That's your turn? Okay, excellent. At the end of your turn, oh no! As you are having a hard time reaching out to grab you, he just turns and goes, I'm sorry. Your brother's a good friend of mine. And just reaches out to grab at you.
Oh my gosh.
Ice cold.
This is
That will be
terrible.
a 27 to hit.
Oh.
Let me check.
Okay, you want to check? Sure.
Oh yeah, that hit.
You should roll
Incredible.
a dice.
Barely.
Roll a dice.
Dope.
This is the tent. We can always run. Okay, this is a tent.
Yeah.
There are no doors we need to worry about. No. You just run through.
We can even fireball, and there is
It's
no more tent
a
just
tent.
like that.
He reaches out, and as he grabs you, you see some of this weird energy around him, and you see him coalesce some of the weird stuff that is sort of off-putting. You realize static, and as he reaches out and grabs Tal, that static channels itself into lightning in his hand as he
no.
reaches out and grabs your wrist and shocks you for 10 points of lightning damage.
That was 1/5 of my health.
That's gonna be Paige.
Paige is gonna say,
I need to go get my shield.
"Oh no, we need weapons! Quick, check the closets!"
Check the closets.
I'm gonna go here and open the doors to find the weapons.
Wait, no, they put them in his bedroom. That's what I asked at the beginning of my turn.
I'm going for other weapons because there's closets nearby where the bedroom's all the way over there.
Roll me a d20.
Okay.
You mean your sling
Roll me
isn't
an
good enough?
investigation
No,
check.
you
Yeah.
guys.
Investigation.
I can't wait.
Investigation?
For you to find...
That might be the same as you rolling a d20. I'm not sure.
It's no, that's just rude. It's +1.
Okay, great. Huge boon.
Did you say investigation?
I did say
You wanted-
investigation.
+1. Okay.
Yeah.
16.
There's a short sword in there.
Okay, I will swing over the doors and say, "Dirk, to you."
I'll just let it clatter. What is this?
Carry on. And I'm gonna go into the closet.
Beautiful.
And as I close the door,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to whisper to Leo, "Go get all the weapons," as I subtly channel a haste into Leo.
Are there any jackets in that closet?
No, but there are a bunch of skeletons and ghouls now. Actually, yeah, as you close the closet on yourself, you feel like a warm thing touch you, and at first you're worried, but then you feel the cold metal of a silver buckle, and you feel, finally, the coat has found you.
Yes, it's all coming together.
Is
The
that your turn?
thread is being-
Is that your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Great.
Bone, short sword. Here we are. Nothing special here.
All right. On an initiative count 20, who wants to go first?
I'm sorry. What? I don't want that.
I need a volunteer.
My
I'll volunteer.
initiative is
Let's
seven.
Victor goes
Let's-
first.
oh, I see,
Victor,
I see,
roll
I
a
see.
d20 for me.
My initiative is 7. I don't know.
8.
I don't
8.
want any of that.
Oh no.
You hear outside just the sounds of fighting as you guys are now doing this. The haste heightens your senses immediately, and rather than just being focused on what's going on in the flickering light in this room, you hear what's going on outside of this room, and you hear now different forces clashing, yells, shouts. You hear the sound of some sort of channeling effect going on, and you hear men screaming, and you hear one going, "He's on the ropes! Don't back down now!" And more whistling. It sounds like on this turn, Eric's forces had a good time.
Roll better, damn it.
I tried.
That's going... Well, you've got another time to try right now, because it's your turn.
Is it what? It's my turn.
Goes from
21
initiative
to 8.
Listen, I only have one guy on the board right now, and you know who I am and how I roll.
Oh my god.
Leo's just
You've
going
been
to,
hasted.
Yeah, Leo's going to listen to Paige.
Run
See the short sword just be like Dirk literally deflected the sword away from him. I'm going to run and try and boogie over here where the stuff
See
is.
there. 1,
Yes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8.
8. I have
40?
9.
Yeah.
45?
10.
50
you're
inside
in
the
the 5
room.
feet inside. So that's 50 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And you get there.
Oh, no.
Get there and...
Does it actually open?
Yes, it does. That's why, listen, I ran out of time. There was going to be a bed. There was going to be a bunch of stuff. But I ran so far out of time, but yes, it does actually open. I did make working curtains.
Do you want to check the camera?
You make it in, and you see Your weapons on the ground. You see a couple of things around there. Give me a perception check first.
Okay, I'm looking for Brenta.
She's lying down in the bed sleeping.
A perception check?
Yeah.
That is a 16.
You see your hammer and you see a greatsword.
A great sword?
A big sword. It looks like to you it might be a long sword. For a human, this is a massive sword.
He's going to throw it to the ground.
It
Don't
would
do
be functionally for you a greatsword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The electrical guitar starts playing.
So you know shit's about to go down.
Oh, I'm tempted.
Destroy.
Destroy. What do I want to do? Let's mix it up a little bit. It makes no sense in character, but I want to.
I thought that might be the case. That's why I put it in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the greatsword.
You guys see Liorth run really beyond the speed of sound, swing open the curtains, disappear around the corner, and just emerge with his big sword.
Is he topless as well?
He's topless and there's a wind machine blowing his eyebrows back.
That visual. I'm going to go to town on this chump. I'm going to go, and while Tal has him distracted, I'm going to try to take a swing at him.
Totally, and you can add +1 onto these swings.
Okay, now the question is, there's only one of him, there's 4 of us. I'm going reckless.
Sure.
Clearly, there's nothing that's gonna happen.
I needed it. It is 22.
Okay, with a 22, you reach and you swing and you turn around and you see, just as you almost swear you could have swung straight through, instead it goes wide, knocking out another bit of these blurry things around him.
Dirk, I think we're gonna need you to be the one to take him down. Just gonna. Oh, it's a nat 20.
Oh,
Come on.
Under 11? Let's see.
It's also a natural 20 for me.
Oh,
It swipes through and it hits the last of the images around.
nice.
It's a good thing I have a hasted action. I'm gonna take one last swing.
Yes, sure.
Ali, come on, do it.
Yep, it is a 24.
Yes.
It's a 24, sure, that'll hit.
But it's a good thing that I've played a barbarian all season, because I definitely remembered to rage at the start of this.
Oh no.
You're attacking recklessly.
Which is not rage.
It isn't?
No, it's too separate.
Which is fine.
Well, thanks for saying that, because I was just gonna assume.
Is a greatsword a 2d6 or
2d6,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And again, +1 to damage rolls.
Okay, not bad. That'll be 14 points of damage.
14
Ooh.
points of damage, certainly. And
no.
as this damage hits you, and you see like this static shrink down, and all of a sudden it's just, he's not looking at you with fear at all, just still very straight laced. And you strike into him, and you see even as you go to hit him, it's almost like there's a field around him, but you break into it and just knock him off stride a little bit. And you think that you've gotten the last of this static force, but he just looks up at you and goes, "Glory to the builders." And zaps you for 14 points of 14 points of lightning damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh my goodness.
I would have had.
And you didn't.
Okay.
Dirk Talon, you pick up that
23.
damn sword.
23.
I would have felt real stupid.
You brace yourself as you feel this, and almost like there's a force on the other side of you going, trying to pull you back, but you just plant your feet, grab one of these posters holding up the curtains, and anchor yourself there.
All right. It's all yours, Dirk.
Awesome.
I can't even make it to him.
That's great. Before it is all yours, Dirk, he goes, just turns around and goes, "Right, you and I." And just nods slowly, and then goes, and from one of the torches next to you, a beam of fire shoots at you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
And I definitely avoided it, right?
Yeah, because I rolled a 14 to hit. So you do definitely avoid it. 100% you definitely avoid it.
Where is Lena in all this?
Cowering.
Yeah, Lena is sort of next to Dirk right now, going.
That closet.
Use the paste.
What? The one time he's not raging, he's just memeing. Okay, awesome. That is going to be your turn, Dirk.
Brett, what I'm gonna do, as Dirk over here,
Yeah.
very jollily,
Was that a word?
Jollily?
Was that a short second?
Jolly knowledge.
Is that going to be your next NPC? Jollily?
Sorry, we're at the end of this. There's no time.
25, 30. Wow. Dirk is the slowest.
Dirk's had a day.
Swear jar.
Hey,
What's that?
you and I both, pal.
Dirk is then going to look John dead in the eye
Wow, frightening.
and go, it doesn't have to be this way, John. We can get you help. It's not lost yet. And I'm going to action dash.
Okay.
5, 10, move through tile space, 15, 20, 25.
Okay, sure. Yeah, get over there.
Grab my stuff.
Yep.
Get my shield. Get my sword. I'll use 5 feet to make it.
Does he
right
have
next
to make an
Lily.
investigation check to find his stuff?
No. You can see your stuff. I'm going to say you're finally attuned to knowing what your things are.
No.
Cool.
Yeah.
I stand there. My action done, my interaction done. Very upset. And I go, John, listen to me. I understand. We can help each other. Look. And I'm just going to, like, tap in. Oof. I'm not even. I have to, because I gotta be efficient. This guy's gonna blow me up.
Interesting.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith
Nice.
on myself as I go, John, defense only. And I'm just gonna close my eyes and just watch this, like, steam again rise from my body as I almost get, like, this, like, heat shield. And I just go, and just, like, smoke comes out. And I'll cast Shield of Faith on myself. Get an
Nice.
extra 2 AC.
Excellent.
And that's it.
Yeah.
We're just chilling.
And he is going to look at you and say, I am helping. Both of us. This is the way it has to be. And as he looks at you for this, he's just going to point up at you, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
I don't want to.
I think you do.
I choose not to.
I
I choose to succeed.
That's a ride, always. 15.
15 is not going to save, as
It's almost a 17.
right next to you he goes, sorry, I'm helping both of us. And that same finger on the hand that does work points at you, and you do not resist the effect that Lior felt, and are pushed 20 feet straight back into
Master John!
the...
Right, I'm 20 feet back. Do I want to...
I'll
It might be hard to get in and out of the
Somebody-
room.
into the tent over
Oh,
here.
I'm in the room.
He's in the
They push
bed.
me in the bed. I'm wrapped up in blankets.
Yep, that's good.
You're in the
That's
room where
good.
it happens?
Just sort of like push taut on the back. Very good. Push taut on the back of the tent, and you see
Didn't want to
as he
miss the
looks at
shot.
what you've done in terms of setting
wave
yourself
the
up, and he goes, and goes, and passes a wave of fire and spirit over him as a shield of like hot air surrounds him. And he's just going to take his chances and walk back 30 feet from where Tala is. I don't want to bump this. Can you just move him towards like this direction? Yeah. Yeah.
Towards Dirk?
2, no, 3, 4, 5. That's good.
I picked the right closet.
He's gonna move back over there.
Can we get swings of opportunity?
You can.
Wonderful.
Tala's been shockingly grasped.
Ooh. Hoo-yah. Nope.
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 Okay.
this time.
Great. It's not gonna hit.
It's a 14.
It's a 14. Yeah, that's a no. And he just backs up and goes, Could have been any other way. In another life, maybe. And just at this point, it's the first expression you've seen as he goes to like give an open mouth smile, and he has like 3 teeth left.
Oh.
Brings us back to the top of the order, Tal.
Gross.
I'm not quite read up on shocking grasp. Do I have everything back?
Yes, you get
Okay.
your reaction back now.
Dope.
Shocking. All shocking grasp does is you can't take reactions until your next turn.
Dope.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a good time to
Big time, right? As soon as you're on the spot.
Yeah. Tal is going to yell out, look, if he wants to kill you outside with everyone else, that's fine, but Sammy's being attacked. And the dragon. And I'm gonna run for the door.
Yeah.
Can we even do that?
7.
8, 9.
40, 45.
45, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to just pass him and him up on the way? Like just.
I kind of do.
You'll lose like 5 feet.
Because
of movement,
I
but-
don't. Well, it's I don't wanna. I don't wanna bust out. I don't wanna action dash or
yeah.
step of the wind and bust out of there without knowing you guys are gonna follow. I
Yes,
don't want to
that's
just
perfect.
leave you guys. So that's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
You're going to position yourself by the door, but while you're by him...
5, 10, 15,
Do
20,
a
25.
run by.
30.
Not a drive by.
35.
Whop whop.
Bam, bam, bam.
At the speed Tal runs, it's a drive.
Sure, go ahead and roll some attacks.
She's faster than our boat.
Yeah, we
Natural
see her
20.
just run- Oh
Natural
my
20
God.
will hit.
my goodness.
I remembered last
Yeah,
time.
you really
I
did.
did.
You really
I
did. You did great.
Zach?
I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Yeah, that's what you love to hear, baby.
7 points of damage.
Okay, great.
Now you really are the bad guy.
Stunning strike, please.
Sure.
Roll in.
Saves.
All right, I'll mark that off.
Someone who's decrepit, he's awfully constitution-y? I don't know what the term is.
In order to survive this long, I guess.
+4, +5.
Yeah, you
No.
got it. You got my rationale there.
No. I mean, 12.
12 will miss.
And then my
Offhand or bonus, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, less.
We're having a rough time.
Okay. Couple of misses.
20 though.
Yeah.
That's
And I will say keep right and keep running. So wait,
Sure.
how many
5 more feet.
squares have I have
I've-
5 more feet of movement?
10 feet of movement. I think you were at 35.
10. There we go.
Oh, yeah,
For sure.
45.
I'm putting Tal's head on the square Tal is like the face
Yeah.
on the square Tal is supposed to be on.
That's great to know. That's great to know.
just for reference.
Okay.
If you wonder why I keep rotating the
No, I got you. I got you. And is at the end of your turn going to look and say, no, this is the way it has to be. And just point, and you're going to feel like a magnetic pull at your back. As I need, is it a, no, it's a, well, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Ah! Make a strength saving throw for me, please.
Are you raging?
Yes.
I can channel and rage. Just not at the same time.
7.
7's not gonna do it. As you go to run towards the door and join your brother outside in the fracas, as you're running by a little bit distracted, your strikes are missing because you're worried about Sammy outside. You go and you're feeling like you're about to end up there, and you just feel you're usually light on your feet, and that's a good thing. But here it feels like it's not rooting you to the ground enough, and you end up back right at this his palm at the small of your back. Not even, actually, palm's all that's left. At the small of your back as you hit it, as again shocking energy goes out at you for 16 points of lightning damage.
Oh my god, this dude.
Tal will just still frantically trying to run in place will arc her back as the electricity runs through her.
Sure.
He ran away from me.
I am bloodied, my friends. After 2 rounds with this guy.
Has Lena left, or she's just chilling on the floor?
Lena is like kind of right next to where you guys are at right now, and she's trying to make herself seem like I'm not here.
Okay.
Paige, that's your turn.
Paige is like, wait for it. There's gonna be a moment, and then hears the sound of Tal getting electrocuted, and just busts open both doors, swinging the sling. Says,
Got
"You let her alone!" and casts Mind Sliver.
Cast what?
Mind Sliver.
Okay,
it's
what's
a
that?
cantrip.
Yeah, and what
Because
am I
it's
doing?
something that might hit.
Subtly?
Intelligence saving throw. Yes, it's a subtle saving throw.
Okay. It's an 18.
Was that a low roll?
No.
Okay.
Like that
So
should.
your whole reaction was like, oh, golly gee, I got
It's
a
an 18
3
on the
plus
die.
Yeah.
9.
It's an 18 on the die.
Oh,
And an 18 total.
cool.
And
All of this is
Just-
very upsetting.
The annoying thing is that you go to shoot out this barb, and what's frightening is that you don't find much of a mine to grab onto. Just looks
Okay.
back at you. Are you going to release?
Lena, get out of here!
There's not even a rock in there.
He noticed.
Lena,
Perception check.
Lena's gonna use her reaction to run.
Without
Perfect.
You remind me of Usopp, anyway, from One Piece.
I don't know. I'll take it as a compliment.
Like, honestly, same. Okay.
I'm also going to use my bonus action to break down a spell slot.
Sure thing. Sure thing. Is that your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Awesome. Lior.
Hold on, do we
Does
have
someone have
to
to roll a
d20?
d20?
Oh yes, we do have to roll a d20. Thank you.
That was crazy.
16. No, 6.
A 6.
My brother's gonna die.
You hear
Your
the
brother's
sounds
gonna die.
of fighting come on, and you to that point you do hear a voice going, "Don't break! Come on, hold strong, wedge, defensive wedge!" And you hear that it's Sammy running through the drills that he's done. Defensive wedge is not good news. It sounds like it's going poorly out there. Lior, you're up.
Run, Leo.
How far am I from him?
You could probably reach him.
You
I
can
think.
probably reach him with 40.
Yeah.
Because you can only
You've got haste.
Oh,
you could reach
and
him.
You got haste. You can reach him.
Question is, can I drag this slowpoke?
Yeah, you can.
You can, yeah.
You can.
Can I drag him part of the way?
You'd have to come get me. Though.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh, you're back there. Yeah.
Because I have 80 feet.
Yes.
I'm on the juice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna. Can I run and grab and say, just pull him off the back of the tent and say, Dirk!
This is my favorite episode of The Boys. Yes. Continue.
Dirk, you can't hold back. I know he's a channeler too, but he is going to kill us. And I'm gonna drag him. I'm gonna spend 40 feet, so I'm gonna drag Dirk 20.
Yeah.
Are
then I'm
you
gonna,
raging?
And yes, I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna rage.
He raged when he said Dirk.
I'm gonna stunning strike him. I'm gonna.
I raged. You stunning.
Exactly.
Michelle, I'm so sorry. You also take 5 points of fire damage. When you hit him, that aura around him.
I am bloodied. I'm almost at a quarter, guys.
If in case that messes with, like, if you wanted to use, I don't know if there's like a key point to restore HP. I don't know what your stuff is. In case that messes with that. If there's any bonus action heals you want to do,
It's an action.
It's an action.
Well, no, there.
There's another one if you use key as an action.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
No, it's still an action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quickened healing is still an action.
Okay. Okay.
It's just you have more access.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't shorting you of a bonus
No.
action heal in case.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Lior, you can probably do that. I think
I took my bonus action to do my third strike, anyways.
Yes. Right, that's what I was saying. Like because the first strike would have hit
It'd
him.
be
So in
harder,
case
though.
you want to.
If you're going
anyway.
20 feet back to get
We're
me,
good. No problem.
Go 20. Oh, you have no. You're not encumbered.
I have 80. Yeah.
But you're not encumbered.
And
You
I
wouldn't
don't
even
think
have
I'm
movement.
Yeah.
You're fine.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to close the distance on him.
All of the lead just fell out of my pencil.
Do you need a pencil?
I'm
No,
going
it's
The taint,
okay.
Bradley. It's
I
getting
can
to you.
throw it at you.
Yeah, please, please.
Is that an impression of me?
What do you got there, big boy?
I'll just close the distance and say, like I told you, nothing gets by me. I knew there was something wrong with you. And I'm going to take the sword to him.
Awesome. Give me some blows.
Okay.
I knew there was something wrong with you. As he rages.
Nice.
Okay. That's like a
That's a good
28.
Yeah, that
to hit. Okay.
Natural 19.
Yeah. Not great. That's 12 points of damage because of the sword.
12 points of damage. Amazing.
What is happening? 18 to hit.
He is going to use shield.
No.
Bring his
but-
AC to what?
Something. It brings it up. You, on that
Counterspell,
first hit,
counterspell.
you took 7 points of fire damage.
I wish.
Yes, I took 7. Oh my! I'm taking damage.
Yeah, man.
No, he's taking damage.
No.
Is it concentration? Does he have to make a concentration?
Okay.
No. It's the best spell in the whole world.
What is happening here?
Sorry, I should have maybe called it, but seeing Tal getting close to looking rough, Leo would go into a frenzied rage.
Yeah, totally.
So this is the second attack.
You have a hasted action as well.
I do. I know. I'm going to need all of them for this dude. That's a 25.
25 will hit.
Okay. So I missed second. That was the third. That's good. That's
This is not good.
17.
Great, that's 8.
Jesus, Bradley! Cut your out.
Listen, my strategy of throwing a bunch of weenies at you guys wasn't working, so I had to change things up.
Last one. This is the hasted natural 20.
That'll hit.
46?
Sorry, so
Do you mind?
you have done 12, was it?
Yes, it
12
was
and then
17.
17.
And then-
Okay.
So you've cut through his shield.
Yes.
Nice.
No. It's okay.
I see 2 from here.
8, 11, 19 points of damage.
You added the rage damage?
Dude, this is a
No, I didn't.
That's
your
3
rage
attacks?
damage?
Yes.
3
Plus
attacks rage.
6?
Yes. So plus 6. Sorry about that.
Okay, sorry, 19. Okay.
Yeah.
Huge hits.
Yeah,
huge
12,
hits.
17,
Just in
whatever
this
that
turn,
was.
you're messing him up real bad.
Thank the light.
It's really
Go.
nice.
You take 13 points of fire damage.
No!
on that one.
You did at least 50 points of damage to him, though.
I did 50 points of damage to me. I did.
Did you, though?
Not quite, but I
Because
did.
I have 50 HP in total, alright?
I'm really nervous.
And you have one more attack with your frenzy, I believe.
No, I don't, because I did the first one. It hit.
Oh, and then-
second one he shielded. Third one hit.
Yes,
Fourth one hit.
yes, you're correct. But you're just going to town, but each time you hit him, there's a bit more of a cutting back against you.
Oh my lord. All right.
And he just reaches out to you and goes, finally, some power. And just reaches through the fire to try and grab a hold of you. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
Yes, that definitely hits.
That deals you 18 points of lightning damage.
Oh yeah.
And you do not have a reaction until your next turn.
Oh, good.
All right.
The sounds of chaos outside intensifying, the sounds of chaos in here getting chaotic.
Leo is bloodied.
We need
Impossible.
to leave. We need to leave.
Yeah, I rarely hit Lior, but when I do, it's good.
It's heavy.
That's gonna bring us to Dirk's turn.
You have a weapon, right?
How's John looking, Brad?
The word's getting thrown around a lot. John's looking bloodied.
Man, I really hate John. I do it, John!
I feel ambivalent about you. Give me an Arcana check.
I don't want to.
You don't have to.
Hey, that's like a 17 or something. That's a 17.
You can tell that he is holding on to something right now that he is focusing on.
Sure thing, Brad. Sure thing.
Do you want me to move?
Yeah, well, I think I get the 30 feet, right? 5, 10, 15,
Yeah.
20, 25. Like, we're backing up, right? Oh, we have some hot... Oh, we're hot glued together, Leo.
Oh,
Did you do it on purpose?
how? That glue is like hours old.
I don't understand, but neither do I. So, like, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll get like right in back of them.
Yeah, and just so no one ats me in the chat after when I say he's holding on to something, he's not following PC rules necessarily. So don't at me for concentration checks.
I was like, Brad.
You took a lot of damage, dude.
As I make my way over there, I remember Leor telling me, even though I was telling everybody I really should stop the channeling, like I should slow it down a little bit.
Probably, yeah.
Leor was like, hey, we need all of it. And I was like, I like the idea.
Yeah.
Was that what I said?
That's pretty much what you said. You're like, Dirk, we need all of it right now. There is no time to wait.
I feel you're paraphrasing.
I'm pretty sure he
See your
said.
little friend.
Go ahead.
He basically said, let me see your little friend. Let me out.
Yeah. So as I'm walking, already like steaming, like you'll actually see, oh man, I just watched too much anime, but like Naruto style, my skin start like peeling off
Hell yeah,
in
dude.
parts where like the flame gets extreme and my f***ing sword just like lights on a full flame as I run, and I use the gift of the, I guess this is, oh my gosh, imagine that was tied in, sorry.
Gift of the chromatic false dragon.
Yeah, gift of the chromatic false dragon.
Gift of the alleged dragon.
And just
So good.
I'll use fire for a minute. I get to roll a d4, run my sword right through this guy's back, and
Cool.
hopefully get a couple hits in.
Definitely.
Hit number 1. I don't have. Yeah. Oh wow, 25.
25 will hit.
Even with the shield.
Yes.
Brad, not only am I making this a trip attack, I'm throwing a smite in this.
Okay.
All right, thank you. That's all I'm saying. Sorry. I really want to kill John. All right, so we're gonna roll.
So what do I have to do for a trip
Chopped
attack?
Swear jar at this point of the
Strength
ranged
save.
attack.
Strength save. He chooses to succeed.
Ah.
I've learned one lesson.
All right. I hate all of this. 8 slashing damage. Added. Sorry, 11 slashing damage because trip attack.
Okay.
And then un smite. I'm assuming I only get the 2d8. He's not like super corrupted and
No.
now.
He's not the dark one. No.
He's not. He's not a
Wow,
Trolloc.
a 1 and an 8, so 9
We love an average,
radiant
baby.
damage. So that was 20 damage in the first attack.
It's pretty good.
No, Brad, it's not.
Okay, he deals you 9 points of fire damage.
See, it was coming. Ah! Oh, 9 points of fire damage, you say?
That's correct.
I have resistance thanks to the gift of the chromatic dragon.
Amazing! You take 5 points of fire damage.
That's half as bad.
Feels good.
His beard's on fire. He's like, this is a moral victory.
Victory. Excellent. That stays up.
Roll me a d20.
Betrayed.
9?
Okay, great.
Great.
We're doing great. Keep going.
Oh, thanks, bud. It's been a while. I'm going to action search.
Okay.
Because why not? Not this dice.
Oh my, what is
25.
25 will, believe it or not, hit again.
Hit again. And I'm going to look at Tao and say, if you go get Sammy, he needs you. And I'm going to make this a maneuvering strike, allowing my ally to
Cool.
move their reaction up to their movement speed.
I don't have a reaction. He electrocuted me.
It's okay. Oh wait, I already rolled. So
Baby!
Were you a little angry that I stole your opportunity to say that?
No, because I forgot. I was going to let you do it.
I'm playing by the rules.
and I'm throwing in another smite.
Okay, sure.
So that's going to be 10 slashing plus the 5 from the maneuver. So that's 15 slashing damage.
Okay.
And 12 radiant damage.
Ooh, he's looking pretty goofy.
So 27 there.
Amazing.
So hit me up. How much fire damage do I take?
You take reduced 6.
You bastard.
And you want to do me one other favor and also roll another d20 again?
No. That one.
It's a natural 1. How much radiant damage did you just do?
I just did 12.
12.
I wish I rolled that nat 20 on that.
That damage does not go to him. You take 12 points of radiant damage.
Oh.
As you go, he goes, "We're doing great. Keep
We're doing
going.
great. Yeah,
Keep
it's-
going."
Stab myself!
And as you go to swing, all of a sudden the concentration goes wrong as John looks at you and goes, "No, you're crazy." You go. You start to listen to John, and no, listen to me. And the energy just goes off of your sword and catapults back into you.
Yeah, and Dirk was actually doing fairly well. Dirk was like, roll a 13 to keep up my shield of faith, and then it rolled to a natural 1 again. So that brief moment of hesitation causes Dirk to just lose his focus and lose his shield of faith.
Oh my god.
That's it. Dirk's. Tal, why aren't you running?
You see Tal trying to.
Yeah. All this is going to
He is going to, at the end of your turn,
Tell me more.
at the end, say more about that.
Say more.
At the end of your turn, he is going to look over at you and go, "No, I can't let you live through this. I can't let you live through this." And just reach out and try and grab onto you again. That's a 21 to hit.
I really wish I had my shield of faith right now, because I would have been able to use my reaction and make sure this didn't hit me. But guess what? Using my reaction only gets me a 21. Wow. Yeah, they hit me.
I'm not sure if Dirk's going crazy or Zach's going
little bit of both.
crazy at the
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
It's like a little bit of everything.
You
is
take
hurting
8
me.
points of lightning damage.
8 points. You sure it's not fire?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty positive it's shocking grasp.
Should have definitely.
Shocking.
Use my reaction anyway.
And is going to be his turn, and on his turn you just see that he sort of focuses in on himself, and goes, "This isn't going well. I have to get out." A little bit of panic for the first time you see as he goes, "No. If you close in on all sides, no. I have to get out." And you see flames lick up at his feet as you guys around him just sort of shield your eyes, and he's going to channel, it's a goofy name for this world, a Chardalon stride, but is going to channel this fire underneath his feet and just walk back out of the way of you guys. He's going to come in. His speed increases by 20 feet.
Nice.
It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
35, yeah.
Is he also going to go in the closet? That'd be convenient.
No more hiding for me. But as he passes each of you guys, you're so distracted by this that you aren't able to muster up any ability to reach out and swing. And each of you, the 4 as he passes, I'll just roll at once. Take 4 points of fire damage as he passes by and squares up, and he looks over and looks at you and looks at the sling, sees that there was...
It's 10. Oh no. So we're good for that con check.
Wow, that would have been so bad.
Yeah.
And just looks over and
Oh
sees the
my
sling.
Lord.
Did you have a stone in the sling, or were you just swinging?
I didn't have a stone in the
He just looks and he goes, "The worst possible scenario. You've come here to kill us, Witch." And is now just facing down Paige. Give me another Arcana check.
Dirk's doing amazing on Arcana. 19.
19. You could tell that there is a steady reserve of fire building up in him.
My God, Paige, watch out!
Building and building and building. He's looking, even with the 12 damage taken away from your smite, he's looking pretty messed up. But you're almost having to fight through the "listen to me and this won't happen" that's in your head, now snarling at you. But it does go back to the top, to Tal's turn.
Tal is looking real rough. So she's going to have to heal. She's going to heal up to 3 times her monk level.
Nice.
Wow,
Nice.
it's such a
Nice,
good
nice.
heal.
Yeah.
Money.
21, 31.
I beat myself to death.
I almost have rage with this fire resistance. That's pretty good.
I'm so happy with myself right now.
Makes up for all the combats.
That's an action, which is lame. Because I can't do anything else with my bonus action, really.
Hey kids, keeping yourself alive.
What'd you say to
It's
Paige?
lame.
Get the f- out of there.
That's why you have clerics.
That is why you have
Clerics are
clerics.
supposed to keep you alive.
You know, it's just too bad that Paige wasn't training for the Yellow Asha.
This is not my fault. This is. I'm a really good medic, as
that's-
long as I don't have to heal anyone.
That's your response to him as he's going, "Witch, you've come to destroy us. I'm a really good medic. This isn't my fault."
Something misunderstanding.
That's your action. Do you have anything with your bonus action? Or your movemente,
I'm gonna.
as they say.
I'm just thinking of Paige. I have a passion flower tea. Just
Would you like to put something on your anus?
so sorry.
Now, to be clear, are you casting the suggestion spell?
Oh, what's that?
I'll peek my head out the tent.
Sure.
5, 10,
15, 20. You peek your head out the tent, and what you see is concerning. You don't think that you should be able to see this well, but you see that there are a lot more fires burning than typically there would be. You see that there is a... you almost think that you have an inclination of what Dirk could see, because you see, like, this wave of, like, swirling heat emanating from the center of a phalanx of soldiers, which is, like, every once in a while... a beam of some sort of energy is shooting out, and you hear just as they make contact with people, and you just hear like a bellowing voice going, "Well, come on! You've all been saying you wanted to feel the dragon's might," as Logain is just blasting, but the rank of people within him is growing smaller. Give me a perception check. This isn't your like whole bonus action.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Sammy is holding the line the best that he can, but unless something really changes their circumstances, this next turn could be make or break for Logain's forces. And Sammy is one of the first lines of defense.
No pressure for you guys over there with your d20s that you're rolling next. No pressure.
It's okay, Paige has a turn first.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
No pressure. Get a rock for that sling.
I would like to kind of pitch my voice the way Byron taught me, to be heard over the clash of battle.
Yeah.
And I like to cry out, "To Millen! To Millen, defend the dragon!"
Yeah, awesome. Make a... It's gotta be some sort of charisma check, I think. What's that?
Persuasion?
Persuasion?
To arms
Yeah.
check.
Yeah. And as you're thinking of pitching your voice, you remember the baffling moment when he was going, "Now listen, there's gonna be times when you need to be heard on the... when you need to be heard on the battlefield." You're going, "Did you always sound like this?" Like, this is my voice from birth. But there's gonna be times when you need to breach a certain register and go, "To arms! To arms!" And he has the ability to do it, and that's what you channel as you do this.
Come on, baby. 9.
9. You get a few people sort of like repositioning themselves around. You see one particularly brave woman on the outskirts smacking the head of one of these like usurpers with a pan, but you see that it's still very much a struggle right now.
Yeah.
Anything with your bonus action? feel like every time it gets to a point in combat where it's like, what am I gonna do? It turns into this super slow music on the playlist.
I don't think I can do. I don't have anything I can do with my bonus action. Because I didn't attack, so I'll leave it at that.
Is there a there's a Tasha's thing? I think if you use key for an action, you can use your bonus action to do one attack.
Yeah.
Correct.
If you want to.
But the heal that I used is not key.
Oh, okay. I thought it was key.
No, the healing that's key is 2 key points to regain martial arts die plus proficiency bonus, and I was too low to use that.
Yeah, got you. Okay, cool.
He needs you.
Beg your pardon?
Run to him. He needs you. He will die.
I know. All right, I'm done.
That's it. You don't want to use the rest of your movement.
Oh my god. You didn't run?
I'm at the 10.
Oh, you're at the 10. Okay.
But I won't go until I know that y'all are coming with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say again, let's go.
I've already yelled at Paige, get the out of here.
Did you yell at Paige to get
I
out
said,
here?
watch out, like, get out. Like,
In that case, I'll use my full movement.
Totally.
Knowing that someone has acknowledged that we're leaving this tent and John can follow us.
to reiterate, like, the way I'm saying it is to make it, like, get out of that mage's vicinity, but it very well could also mean, like, get out. Like,
At that point, I think that's enough confirmation bias for you.
Yeah.
I'll go.
In that case, you're going to be outside when you make that call. Roll me another d20.
18.
18. That's a lot better.
It's twice as better.
It is literally twice as good. 2 times the rolls, 2 times the results. In that case, when you call out that thing, instead of being like a weak pot slam, it turns into a as she reaches up, a little bit of that energy from Logain channels into it, and it slams into and shocks. As you come screaming out of this tent with your straw hat on fire, running out, punching off and going, "Tamilin! Tamilin!" A lot more forces do marshal around Sam and force like a real choke point here where Logain's got himself back to something and Sam and his forces are able to really ward off the front. That's a big difference maker.
Dope.
Paige, before your turn, he's just gonna go, "We haven't spoken much. I understand that you can't feel what we do. Do you feel this?" And goes to reach out and try and grab you. A bit of energy shocking on his hands.
Counterspell! It's worth it, I swear!
It's gonna be a 19 to hit.
I'm gonna say, I'd rather not. And I cast shield.
Oh man, amazing! I knew I was right in the vicinity of the range of that, and he
Had I not done mage armor, it would not. I would. It gets me to 20.
and he looks at you and goes, "I respect that."
Are you gonna cast it subtly?
No.
And just like oddly smiling, "I respect that." Fire burning all around him. That's gonna be your turn.
Okay. I'm going to back up while looking at him as I back towards the door.
He's not gonna do anything.
Yeah, you can pull me right on out with you.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, I'm up there. And...
You're up on the door?
No, I'm just right at the mouth of the
sure.
exit. I'm going to look over to these two and say, "We need to leave. Let's go." And I will turn to John and say, "And may the Dark One crush you into the scum that you are." And then whispers will flow out behind him as a black portal appears with wisping tendrils of smoke as I do cast Evard's black tentacles on the floor.
Oh, man. My man.
Dope. Want to read what that does for me?
Yes,
so
I
that
will.
I'm aware of how to try and
How to
save-
counter spell.
how to try and save myself.
Okay.
Well, there's a rule I wrote for myself. He can't see what you're doing. You can't counterspell it.
That's right. This one is a psionic spell, so he can't see. He just hears the words and then feels the tendrils start to choke.
That means that you can't counterspell him. I don't know if you have counterspell.
Sorry?
I'm not talking about subtle.
Counter in the counter the spell.
Men can't see what women are doing, and women can't see what men are doing.
Oh my god.
He can't counter it if he wanted to.
That's cool. I did not know this.
Yo, insane world mechanic.
I can't believe I haven't put anyone with counterspell until now. Like, he's still not using it. I just think it's cool to say.
Yeah, I could if I want.
Its squirming ebony tentacles fill a 20-foot square on the ground that you see that you can see within range. For the duration, these tentacles turn the ground in the area into difficult terrain. When a creature enters the affected area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, the creature must succeed a dexterity saving throw or take 3d6 bludgeoning damage and be restrained by the tentacles until the spell ends. A creature that stands its turn in the area and is already restrained by the tentacles takes 3d6 bludgeoning damage. A creature restrained by the tentacles can use its action to make a strength or dex check. Its choice against your spell save DC.
How dare you?
On a success, it frees itself.
Okay, so the important wording there is the first time on a turn. So you get to roll bludgeoning damage right now because it is on a turn.
I
think it has to be
I would like to,
restrained.
but I'm not sure if the creature must succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
Or I have to do a dex save?
Sorry, when a creature enters the area for the first time
On a turn.
On a turn. Oh.
So I have to roll a dex save.
Or starts a turn there.
Yeah,
That's right.
Because we have to see if he's restrained or not.
That's
Okay.
right.
Come on.
Natural 20.
Oh!
We are rolling so many natural 20s.
Oh my god.
For once, Brad is.
Is it still there?
I'm cooking, baby.
Yeah.
He has to maybe make it on his turn.
Oh, when he starts
Yeah,
the turn
but-
to move out. Ooh.
Right now, it seems like there's like this negative space as these tendrils of shadow
Are just, like,
go
wisping
to
around.
like these sparkling misty silver streams are like going to reach out at him, and they almost seem like you're spitballing a little bit here. You're just throwing as much spirit as you can into this right
Yeah.
now, and a little bit of ground, earth. But you're just seeing they almost look like you're doubting whether you're even animating this. They look intelligent on their own, and they swing up to go and wrap around his ankles, but he just turns around and looks at them, and they recoil a little bit.
Oh god, it's disgusting. Fear. That's what I'm feeling.
Fear will well up in me,
Paige
wow.
will back out of the tent with fear in her eyes and run straight out. She has 10 feet, and then run 10 feet to the side of the door.
Sure.
Exiting.
Absolutely. It's gonna be the end of your turn.
That's going to be the end of my turn.
I think Michelle should do it.
Who's gonna roll a d20?
I think Michelle should do it.
Yeah.
I think
it's gotta be
Michelle. You tested your dice. You got this.
Michelle, roll with advantage.
Yes. Was it because of my shenanigans?
It's because you did something to influence
And we're
it.
gonna shenan.
That was my intent. I didn't want to be like mean and be like, can I get it?
You did how much on the blazing thing? It was 4 damage. Right?
4 fire damage.
I rolled a 15.
You rolled a 15.
Yeah.
As you shout, "Tamilin! Tamilin!" Sammy looks out and sees you scorched and just goes, "Tella!" And just right away, someone's about to stab down at him, and he just like backhands his rapier and straight through the neck and just spins around and goes like, "To me!" Bellowing more than anything. Even when he was going, defensive maneuver. Now it's not an attempt to pitch his voice. It's just him bellowing. And he goes, to me, and then you just hear, duck, and Sammy ducks down, and screaming out of the darkness, a pummeling thing of fire hits 4 soldiers, sends them flying. It looks like Logain's forces are starting to win back some of the ground here.
I can't believe we're fighting for
Leor.
the dragon. What has happened to us?
I'm fighting for Sammy. I don't know what
I
y'all
know.
are talking about.
Oh,
I'm
man.
both fighting for and fighting the dragon. Leor.
I don't have tentacles, but I do have a big ass table. So I'm going to go and I'm going to try and flip it so it falls on him.
That's amazing.
Okay, now, so it's not going to be a high DC because you are super strong, and you are going to have advantage because you're raging, but this is a colossal solid wood table.
Yes.
So you're going to have to roll a athletics check on this.
100%.
Yeah, but I love it. It's absolutely batshit.
Ooh, not great. It's an 18.
Okay, that's still
That's
not bad.
good.
That's
Yeah,
still
it's
not
an
bad.
18.
An 18. You flip it over, but you flip it over somewhat slowly. And so it's starting to go to like tumble down on him, and he's going to have a bit of a lower DC to try and get out of the way.
Yeah. 18. Right?
That's his DC.
Yeah.
Balls.
Just slips out of the way.
Oh dear.
I'm getting better at reading your expressions.
I
Guys, I'm rolling really good.
Kill him. He's so
I feel like we need to have a quick
Can he
chat.
come the
with-
other way,
with
Brad?
Brad's
Can he come the
dice.
other way so I can reach him?
No.
No? Okay.
I feel like we need to be like, look, Brad's dice. You've set a certain expectation that needs to be maintained.
He's a spicy man. He giveth one time, he
Unpredictable.
taketh 4 times. I abide.
He's still technically in the tenties, right?
He said, yeah, I'm not going to goof that. I'm going to say that you probably cast it away from your friends.
Yeah, exactly.
And on his turn, he might have to make another save.
On his turn, he's definitely going to have to make another save. Dexterity, yeah? Great.
Can I even get close to him with the tentacles?
I don't think so.
No,
I
you
don't think
can't.
it. I don't
I
think
would've
it
casted-
accounts for friendlies.
Yeah, that's right. It does not. It would have cast it 5 feet in front, so there would have been a
And is
space that
it black? Can we see inside it?
No,
No,
you
I
can
don't.
see. You can see.
Okay.
It's not the sphere of darkness.
Okay, going to I was gonna say run. And I'm going to I want to run, but I want to run to the corner such that if he comes out of the tent, I'm kind of like on the side of the flap beside God, they're so reflective. Beside Paige.
Beside Paige?
Yeah, to
you
try and
could-
get the
You could do that. So like exiting, but being next to Paige.
yes.
You could. I'm gonna say you can run out and shunt Paige to the side for
yeah,
sure.
perfect.
Absolutely. So you're gonna come. I don't need to count distance. You're hasted.
Do I want to do anything? I have so many. I have action, hasted action. Can I drag? If it's not cheesing it, can I drag good old Dirk with me? I'll let you.
Give me a con save because you just did a big feat of strength.
100%. God, it's 15.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay,
gonna
that's
say no.
fair. I'm gonna run over there. I'll kind of like go beside. I'm gonna hold the great sword in case he chases the 2 little ones. And I'm gonna take the dodge. I'm gonna hold an action. I can hold an action to slice him if he comes.
You can hold
Through
an action
chasing.
to slice him if he comes through chasing.
Yeah, perfect. That's what I'll do.
Amazing.
Yeah.
At the end of your turn, he just looks over at you, Dirk, and he goes, "Looks like it's just the 2 of us, huh?" And goes,
Oh my gosh, it's true.
and fire, as his breath passes through the fire shield in front of him, fire shoots out at you. Where's the good one? Where's my good friend? Oh, there it is.
Do I get to make the save?
No, because he misses with a 14. The only thing I miss is fire bolting Dirk.
It's my turn.
It is your turn.
So I'm going to run this way and be like, friends, wait up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I'm just about to like leave the tent and go outside. And I'll turn to him. How's he looking?
He's not looking great.
It's not looking great.
He's not looking great.
As a bonus action, I'm going to take a deep breath. Just go. The worst case scenario is you. Look what you've done here. You won't be able to help me if you're here. So I'm going to take a deep breath, and with my bonus action, I am going to regain a spell slot.
Okay.
With my action, I am going to lay on hands myself as I take a deep breath. And like at this point, like parts of my skin are peeling off. Like there's just heat going. And I go, "You're coming with me." And I'll go to advance towards him, healing myself for 10 health. And I will not leave the tent.
Sure. No,
I don't wanna
that's
go too
his
close 'cause,
maximum.
yeah, that's-
Oh my
Yeah.
god, sorry. I
No,
thought
no,
you said
it's
you
okay.
were approaching. You just couldn't reach anymore.
No, I just wanted to go there because I also want to stay out of the tentacles.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you not learn anything from Leora going in the ways?
I really did, but I rolled a
Bradley.
3 on a wisdom save.
I know, I saw that.
Everard's tentacles is concentration.
Oh no.
What?
Okay, well, if the
I dropped haste.
Oh no.
Well, that's even better. That's even better because that's 100% a reason I wouldn't have left the tent. So he would be down there.
Oh my god.
Thank you for telling me.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Thank you for telling me.
Oh.
That means I can
That's
reach him
it.
now.
Oh my god.
So Bradley, my turn has changed.
I'm sorry, I did not.
No,
Because-
No, thank you.
that's-
Thank you. Thank you. I respect that.
He only moved 30 feet from me, right? Technically, when he did his thing.
He's able to move more.
Oh, he is?
He moved 35 feet, yeah.
He moved 30
A
okay.
Chardelon stride gives you 20 more feet of movement.
20 more feet of me.
Yes. Yeah. Wherever he is, he's supposed to be 35 feet away from Dirk.
But if I could move 30,
Yes.
then I could be still next to him.
No, because you were next to him and he moved 35 feet away.
Gotcha.
You know, so you could get one up next to him.
You sneaky man, Bradley.
How does that change anything?
Turns out if you focus all your attention on one stat block, you could do a lot of crazy stuff.
I do, but that's...
Was I maybe dying during finals?
give me a
Did I
second.
need an outlet of, I feel like I'm
It's just I
in
lose
control
the
of
fire
everything.
from the, fire
Can I
sword.
master a
Like, I won't
system?
lose my fire, but I'll lose
Yes.
the fire
Bradley
sword.
need to study. No, Bradley.
And I need to save that for our next fight in case.
No, we don't need to study.
So, I'm just gonna do the same thing I did, except I'm going to run at him and close the distance, I think. And try
Okay.
to make myself a target.
Would you have cast him right on the edge of the black tentacles or within?
I would have cast him right on the edge so that he has to start his turn in it, but like someone could go in front of him
Okay,
and not
great.
be in it.
Great, I'll let that be.
It
the
would
case.
be
Yeah,
there.
so he's like,
Yeah.
let's say on the corner.
It's
of
on the
it, yeah.
5-foot strip that he's
So you
Yeah.
could still
Yeah.
walk up in front of him. Yeah, you guys have fought enough that you.
I'm hurting so much. Yeah, all of this sucks. Okay, so I have my channeling slot back. I've gained some health.
For sure. Give me another Arcana check.
No, I don't want to. Yeah, I'm done with you, man.
You don't have to.
I'm done with you. 7.
Okay. Yeah.
no.
No new information.
So I would get like right here, right?
Something like that. Yeah,
Something
you
like
would get
that?
5 feet away from him.
Does this mean I have a second try to get him with the tape?
I was gonna stay and be like, this looks like a big table. If only someone would flip it on me. He seems to want it.
He's asking for
You know what? Instead of my action to just heal, can I just throw my hand axe at him?
You could do that.
You know what? I can't because I specifically said I picked up my shield and my sword, and I didn't pick up anything else. That's more than an interaction.
Roll me a
I've done my
d20
turn.
because you also specifically only said I give them my shield and my sword.
That's fair.
Oh,
12.
yeah.
12. That's above a 10. You have a hand axe.
I'm just whipping this hand axe through the Avard's tentacles at him. With
Seems like an
action.
oversight.
No, that's gonna be 15. It's all right.
I didn't even need to have mirror image for that one. That's the wrong voice. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Start of his turn. He's got to make a dexterity saving throw. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
Natural 19.
That passes, yeah.
And he looks and he sees that people have left. And he turns and looks at you. You're not even in his mind right now. He just looks straight at Dirk. Locks eyes with you. The worst possible scenario. This is my best outcome. And a hair too late, you see that what he has been focusing on is a bead of fire that is just growing and growing and growing within him. And you think that it is the blaze of the shield. You think that it is the feet licking, the flames licking at his feet, but it's none of that. It is from inside his chest, and it is destroying him. And for a split second, you see the fire go him, and he start to overtake him as he says out loud, "Creator, as you will. opens his eyes, and panic and fear in his eyes as there's a brief moment of clarity, and he just goes, no, I don't want to. As I need you guys to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh my god. Man, that's so classic. Like, just like, I got this. Runs right in, gets blown up.
I couldn't believe it was happening.
So dark.
Yeah.
Oh, this poor guy.
It's pretty dark.
Question.
What's up?
I'm stunned.
You are not stunned.
Because it was to the end of your turn.
You are not. The condition is not stunned. You cannot move or take actions on your turn. Your turn is over.
Question is,
So now you have a reaction on your backhand.
do I have danger sense?
Tragically, yes. I think you do have danger sense.
I not only have not disadvantage, I have advantage.
7?
19.
Yes.
19's gonna save.
7 doesn't.
7's not.
Oh dear.
But you have resistance.
I resist.
Oh,
Luckily.
thank God.
That's huge.
Huge.
That's a lot of dice.
That's a lot of dice.
I really wish I had given myself that 10 health instead of throwing that hand. Because that's 20 health with resistance. Sorry.
I've made a mistake.
Like I could eat up 7, 8, like.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The silence was so daunting as. Oh god.
Wait, let me make sure I know how to count.
Oh no.
Thank you for being with us as 2 of our party members just died.
You guys outside just hear this a voice that you don't recognize go, wait, no, I don't want it. And then as you fall forward, Tal, even I think you're probably further away from the tent than that, but still fall forward, Paige, you immediately just fall to the ground and shield your eyes as the tent behind you splits into the night as the forces falter and turn around both sides of the conflict. In this moment, just enough of a distraction for the only person to stay focused, Logain, to form a wall of fire and just start advancing on them as flames lick at you from both sides as it closes in. Inside, you guys take, this is reduced, 19 points of fire.
That hurts.
Are you guys up?
Yeah. If he didn't save and if I
it were
didn't
the
have
two of
resistance.
us,
Yeah, no.
we'd be doomed.
Double dead.
Yeah.
I just want to see what would have happened had I been as mean as I was initially planning on being.
Just on the edge. Just on the edge.
Had I initially done what I had planned, it would have been not too much worse.
I'm doing pretty good compared to Leor today.
Wouldn't have been
I
too
still
much
got
worse.
some reserves.
That would have been
Yes.
24 points each
Oh boy.
Instead of 19?
instead of 19. Yeah.
Still would have been up, but
Would
like
have been up by a hair, yeah.
like it's getting so risky. So
But
risky.
inside of here now, you guys are like, you almost get blown out, Leor, from this shock that you're in by this table flipping over on you, and you just like
I was just about to grab
I've been betrayed.
you shove it off, and you have this weird feeling of, in another life, the tables were turned.
Inspiration.
Yes,
Don't
dude.
give him inspiration.
Yes, dude, I'm gonna need it. My luck's
Use it
gonna
on
crater
Logain's
next
forces.
time. But just all of a sudden, now you turn and you see just like a smoking like ruin on the ground. It didn't totally vaporize, John, but what is left is not anything to put inside of a box and stick in the ground. Fire is around you as the ceiling of this canvas tent is now erupting in flames. Some of these cabinets around you are on fire. Things are burning. What are you doing, both of you?
I'm just kind of lazily getting up after being knocked on my feet. Leor! Leor! We gotta get the hell out of here.
What is waiting for us out there?
Hopefully not more Johns. And I'm just gonna kind of grab him by, like, I think I'm grabbing him by the shirt, but it's probably like his chest hair, and I'm just trying to pull him outside.
Mm-hmm, for sure. As you guys pass the threshold,
More damage.
You each take you take 9. You take 5 points of fire damage.
Oh my god.
As you pass the threshold. You guys just panic seeing this, and then seconds later,
Walking out.
I was gonna say they kick down the door, but again, there's no door to the tent flaps. Dirk goes to kick down the tent flap, and just his foot catches, and the front canvas goes, and you guys tumble out as you hear creaking beams of the supporting wood as it starts to and crash down behind you guys. The sounds of screaming and fighting outside are still active. Martin, I need you to roll one more d20 for me.
Okay.
Let's go, big guy. I'm just gonna put 10 lay of hand points into you. Just 'cause you need
It's a
something.
2.
You need just something.
But I would like to use my inspiration,
Your inspiration. Yes.
Oh.
because magical guidance doesn't reach here. Doesn't apply to Martin. A 12. Plus 10. I don't know.
Over 10. You turn and see this, and then one more. You just hear, "Don't just stand there," and you turn and look and see now an isolated Eric Porcel. A lot of his troops having run off, just cut bait and run as much as they could, and you just turn and you see him now stuck, trapped between this wall of fire that Logain is standing behind, having just opened up a venue for him to look through. You guys see this happening in profile. And it's curved around to meet one of the few wooden structures in this whole place, the hut that Eric built himself. And he goes, "You don't have to do this. You do this. You prove him right that you're just as crazy as everyone says you are." And Logain goes, I don't think that's true. I have to thank you, Eric. I've tried to be peaceful. But that doesn't mean I don't have to show my power. And just light flares. You look and you see again just this. Almost the aura could have a sound coming off of it. As he closes the door and says, "I don't think the Creator is going to shelter you, Eric, but I'm fairly certain the light will blind you." And he just advances, and you just hear, "You don't have to. Wait, no, stop!" And then fire passes through until nothing is left but the smoldering ruin of a hut. Stillness as the sounds of just fleeing men in the distance, panting, frantic people here, children crying, mothers shouting their names. A weary Sammy is helped to his feet by Captain Reginald, and a crowd of people standing far away, seeing that the danger is past, turn to look at Logain as Logain does this, lets go of the wall of fire, and turns around to look at you guys. Turns to look at the people who take a step back from him, and looks at you guys and says, "Looks like we've done it now. The dragon's power is revealed." And that's where we're gonna end for tonight. That was crazy. I have never rolled so well in my entire
know
good
what?
goddamn life.
I'm gonna say I vouch for that because every combat has been easy up until that one.
Yeah.
I was
How
like, oh,
high
these
do you
combats, we're
feel,
doing
though?
good. And then
Like-
I was like,
I have never felt this
rushing.
good in my entire life.
you crushed that.
That
You have
was
touched Sidin, and it is now
Like,
in
do
your
people
veins.
want, like,
I have
after the
tasted of
battle,
its taint, and I wish for more.
your health is looking okay because you didn't really get hit, right?
I got one hit of the
Tal,
fire.
how you looking?
I'm doing okay now that I healed. I'm at 36
Before health.
on 50. Before the heal, I was at 15.
15. What did you end the fight at?
I ended. I was like, okay, I'm sitting pretty at 13, and then as we broke out of the tent,
9 points of
I was
fire
like,
damage.
I'm at 4.
At 4, and I
You
went all
guys,
the way to 15.
and you guys don't know, but I was trying to line myself up for lightning bolts over and over again. But every time, the last person who would have been in a line had they done something else, scooted out of the way. Oh my god! Scooted out of the way. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh my god!
And I didn't even have to cheese anything because that damage took him out. That wasn't. He couldn't have survived that. That was
failed.
awesome,
I would not
guys.
survive
What was that? Was that like a fireball?
It was a delayed blast fireball, but I scaled it down. I just made it the
yes.
usual spell, not like I think at 7th level it starts at 12d6.
Yeah.
but I started it at a normal 3rd level.
Okay.
And he started the fight already having mage armor on him, already having mirror image on him,
Yeah.
and mage armor, mirror image, and fire shield. None of them are concentration
I
spells.
love it.
Great
I love it.
shit.
None of them are
Such a
concentration
powerful
spells.
File
Wild.
shield 6 level
That was
spell.
awesome, guys.
So
Listen, in
sick.
this world, like, it's not normal to run into, like, crazy rogue channelers, and there's very few reasons that anyone would ever encounter one, but I've been building
Oh, dude.
myself up to this for such a long time. I'm so...
Without a full caster,
so
like,
chuffed.
yeah.
without
So
it, like,
chuffed at how
you
that's
were a
gone.
caster, but like without like one that's able to counterspell and like get in like, holy cow, you just running rampant and like
Yeah,
legendary actions. Too.
And Michelle, you were right in terms of his con is really high because he's fought this off for years.
Yeah.
So
It was
he was also taking damage every time he cast a spell. I was using basically I modded out a evocation wizard to be a sorcerer instead, so I was over channeling all the time. But
cool.
we're getting in the weeds. We're getting in the weeds. We're gonna talk about this as we coil up wires. Thank you so much, guys. This was great. This was awesome. If you've hung around and watched this whole session, thank you so much for sticking with us. If you want to find out what happens in the fallout of this Fallout, you could tune in next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as...
For the before last episode?
Yes, the penultimate episode. The penultimate episode. This was definitely... I was really overreaching. I thought it was going to be this one. No. For the penultimate episode as the dragon's forces have fractured, the people are somewhat afraid, and although some questions have been answered, the biggest one still remains. Where does he go next? We'll find that out next time on Who's Taking Watch? The Dragon's Might.
Tamilin!
I can't believe that word Gondor!